There were some massive changes that have been leaked, and if these end up making it into the game, it will forever change the way that Apex is played. So hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8 Second Gaming, and in today's video we're going to go over these leaks and why they will be game changing. Now it's time for you guys to get that ball comfort. Well, I spent the last 2 years perfecting my wall bounces. Manscaped spent those years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs. From their labs to your balls, their new Boxers 2.0 are ultra soft, and thankfully they make my package look even bigger because I need all the help that I can get. With these new Boxers, my balls have never felt better.
And Manscaped was actually really kind and sent me a care package including some of their amazing items like this shampoo and conditioner mix, their body wash, some deodorant, and even some body spray. Now I really like this stuff. It's really small, it's compact, it fits perfectly in my gym bag, so after I'm done working out I don't smell like raunchy swamp ass. And although I play Apex and don't talk to females, I'm sure if I did they would all compliment how amazing I smell after using Manscaped products. So if you guys want to smell amazing too, go click the link in the description, pick yourself up some product, but don't forget to use code HOSTESS at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping. So go now.
But now with that covered, let's jump back into these leaks, and I want to start off with a nice easy one to kind of just breeze into things. So for a while now there have been a lot of players that have been asking Respawn to make Loba be able to loot teammates' banners with her ultimate. It would be a viable buff for her, it makes sense with the black market, and would change how banner grabbing works. Well, it does seem like that sort of thing is coming into the game, just not on Loba. This picture here, leaked from iLoot Games, shows us a new survival item called the Remote Banner Recovery, and just like the description says, it will allow players to grab teammates' banners from a distance. Also, like heat shields, there are 2 charges, so you will be able to grab both banners with this device potentially. Now there may be some people out there wondering why this is so game changing, and I'm more than happy to answer that. Since Apex came out, one of the biggest risks in the game has been running to grab teammates' banners once they die. You have people who banner camp, or maybe another team is coming to loot scraps and you just get unlucky, maybe there's a third party, there's a bunch of stuff that can happen. But no matter what, you always risk a lot going to grab those banners, especially if you're not on a movement character. So with this device, it takes a lot of the risk out. Now I'm assuming it won't be completely risk-free because you will still have to get somewhat close. There will probably be a radius of how far these devices work, and you'll have to be within that radius to get your teammates. If I'd have to guess, it would probably be about the same radius as Loba's black market. And on top of that, I'm going to speculate that there will be some sort of noise or animation that goes off alerting teams nearby that you have grabbed the banners remotely, kind of like how Loba's black market makes items float, and there's also the trail that goes off when she loots an item, and also sort of how the mobile res beacon pulses when you're using it. So yes, this will change the meta on grabbing banners and make it a lot less risky, but if my speculations are correct, there will still be a fair amount of risk involved by giving away your position. So it probably will be balanced enough to not completely break the game. But speaking of completely breaking the game, we can now move on to the next item on the list. And are you guys ready for this? Are you sure? Well, bam! Look at this picture. Now, for like the 99% of you out there that I'm sure just collectively said, what the hell am I looking at? Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are BLISK's hands. And now, while the Titanfall fanboys clean up the mess in their pants, I'll explain for the bit of people who don't know who that is. BLISK was the main villain in Titanfall 2. He was the leader of the Apex Predators that included Ash, and now after the events of that game, he went on to start the Apex games. And now we have Apex Legends because of that. So since the game came out, people have been asking for a Jack Cooper character and BLISK to come into the Apex arena. And about a year ago, we did see some leaks on BLISK's abilities. These included his passive pilot kit, where he can hack survey beacons and wall run. Then you have his tactical My Ring, My Rules, where he can create damaging zones powered by Apex's arena. And of course, we have his ultimate, Standby for Titanfall. This is where BLISK would summon an automated Titan to suppress an area with gunfire. And I also want to point out that at the bottom of the screenshot showing his abilities, you can see these early models for Fuse and Hasaria that later turned out to be Mad Maggie and Valkyrie. Also, I think the creepy little hooded guy is a leaked legend called Phantom, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I just think it's kind of funny that we can see these models. But apart from the Titan, we have actually seen all of these abilities in game. The Halloween Shadow events showed us the wall running, and when Fuse first got introduced to the game, Mad Maggie took over the ring and was causing ring flares to pop up all over the place. So that was sort of a version of BLISK's tactical. And these abilities seem really cool, but I don't want you guys to get your hopes up too high just yet. When wall running first came into the game with the Shadow event, one of the old devs for Apex did go on record saying this: "I'd say it's very unlikely we'd ever put wall running and double jump on a full legend. We had a lot more leeway with the shadows because they don't have guns and it's not important to chase them down." Now, his full answer was extremely long and gave great detail on why they don't want it in the game, but he did give a TLDR at the end, summarizing it as, "Wall running and double jumping are a sugar rush mechanic that are good in small doses, in stuff like LTMs and in asymmetric combat situations." He also said that it's very unlikely that they'll come to Apex proper. So that answer seems very definitive. With all that information, it does not seem like we are going to get wall running. But we did get double jump on Octane's jump pad, and this dev has since been fired from Respawn. He's no longer working there. So it is very possible that the new team has added those things in and they're currently testing them. Or another theory is that BLISK has a codename in the game files and will be getting a whole new kit under one of the legends that was already leaked back in March. If you guys haven't seen anything about the leaked legends yet, we did do a full video breaking down all of those legends, so go check that out after this. So all in all, we could see BLISK come into the game with the leaked abilities that we saw him have earlier, or he could have a completely new kit. It is very common that legends have their kits changed after leaks come out. Remember, Crypto originally was supposed to have a sword in his ultimate, and look how that turned out. So maybe they have to change his kit around to fit a bit more of the lore in. Maybe the reason that BLISK is coming to the game because it has to do with Octane's dad taking over the games and trying to off BLISK in a way. Or maybe we see BLISK volunteering to go into the arena to take down the new leaders from the inside. Or who knows, maybe even the pilot that Bangalore and her brother killed in their cinematic was a friend of BLISK and he wants revenge. There are a ton of possibilities and I'm excited to see what plays out. While I'm not super heavily invested in the Apex lore, I do enjoy the cinematics, so I want to see them. But now I want to hear from you guys. If you were to add an ability into the game for BLISK, what would it be? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's see what people think. Me personally, I would add in like a mobile beacon, something that he can call down wherever he is on the map and then scan it to gain next ring knowledge wherever he is. It would be absolutely broken and I would love it. But with all this being said though guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming and I will see you in the next one.